went to an auction, and one of my main purchases is on the trailer ahead of us here. I don't know why I bought it, but it was only $80, so that's a good starter anyway. I'll probably carve it out. It's a 1976 ke30 Corolla. Been off the road since 2009, I think, so we'll head home and hopefully do a cold start if I can find a key that'll fit it. And we'll see how we go. It's fucking rough as guts, but anyway, good parts car. Let's getting there slowly. Another bloody 5 or 10 kilometres to go. Fortunately, it has no keys, but luckily I've got a lot of keys at home, so maybe one might fit. Otherwise, I'll just have to bust the ignition off and lose out a little bit there. Well, there's nothing really exciting about that. I was having a lot of trouble with the starter, so getting at the crank. But, hooked up an auxiliary fuel tank here, and basically filled the bowl of the carb up and it started. So anyway, not running that well. I think it's misfiring on the cylinder, but I'll put some water in the radiator and see how long it runs for. Run that fuel out. After that bit of a boring cold start video, after the auction yesterday, a bloke approached me and said, would I like another Corolla? I said, I'll come and have a look at it. Now we're off in the middle of nowhere to have a look at another one. So, anyway, we're in the old mustard 4-door one at the moment. Head out that way and see what's happening. It's not too bad. Oh, deal's done on that. He took $50 for it. Oh, I'm not sure how long it's been off the road for. But anyway, now we've just got to find our way back to a road and get home and get this blue one pulled apart and get rid of it. Because this 2-door one, I think, will actually be not too bad of a car.
Dad, you just follow the path.
Yeah, we're following the path, girls. Alright. I'll get home and get into this blue one. So this is pretty much all that's left of the blue ke30. Stripped out pretty thoroughly. I'm just about to take it to the tip and make room for this new one coming. Didn't leave much on there. Here's the worst part of accident damage your body had, apart from all the front guards and bonnet and everything being bent, is this chassis rail was completely kinked. So was the radiator support. That should have been straight. There's a lot of rust in the arse end, which is where that piece of tin there V's, I can just see the arse end that I cut off the other day. And then there's the front end. And there's the front guards. Anyway, got lots of good parts out of this car, so very happy. And yeah, moving right along, we'll see what we've kept. So we're just fast forwarding a couple of days now. That's the engine out of the blue one. I've just got to separate it from the K-frame and keep the struts and make it into manageable size pieces. But that engine, there's something up with the timing, but the engine itself was okay. So I've got a ke26 wagon that I'm selling soon that has a cooked motor in it, so I'll just throw that in with the deal. There's a couple of chrome strips I kept, but And then here's all your small ancillary parts. I mean, lots of little bits and pieces. I've got to box up and label and whatnot. And then also kept some rust repair sections. Diff, rear panel, rear guard. That one was reasonable. They always rust out on the top of the arch there. Exhaust, I'll need that for Edjo next year. And a fuel tank, because that two-door one has got 20-year-old fuel left in it and it stinks. So anyway, let's go and have a look at that. So 10 minutes ago we rolled up with this. Just needs bumper bar really. Clean this paintwork right up. I didn't see the damage there. It's a bit unfortunate. But rust wise, for a car that sat out in the bush for, 1999 it was last driven there. Just talking 17 years. That's just a bolt on guard. So that's easily fixed. Maybe a little bit of work behind it. This is nothing really. I mean, a little bit of sheet metal, so whoever buys it will get it on the road quite easily. Tail lights I've kept out of that blue one, I'll put those on. And a little bit of rust here once again. And the rust's only just starting in the top of these wheel arches, so it'd be a very easy car to just go over and get everything working and get it running again, which I'm going to work on over the next couple of days and just make it running and driving, and then find the person who's going to put it back on the road, because they're getting thinner on the ground now, and especially two-door sedans. Anyway, we'll break this video now and start a new one in a minute. G'day folks, well today I'm going to start cleaning up this ke30 Corolla that's been sitting since 99. Sort of pressure washed the outside already and it's looking a bit better. I mean, there's a lot of shit that I've really got to get into with the pressure washer. And it's looking a little bit neater. The engine bay is pretty grubby, so I'm going to clean it up. And before I start this one up, I'll actually do a little bit of work on it, rather than just rely on the old oil on that, because I do want this car to end up back out on the road, so I'll take a little bit of care. The compliance plate had corroded off, but I've still got it, so anyway, we'll get into it. I'm just going to pull this carb off and clean him out a little bit. The bonnet didn't come up too bad. See what's going on now anyway. I've got some new oil filters inside, I've got some new oil. I don't know, it's the original sized engine. I have to check the books later to see if it's the original engine number. I've seen plenty worse. Those rails down there look alright. I've seen those rusted out before. No, places that has got rust aren't terrible, but I did find a little bit more when I was washing it. The bottom of the door has come unattached from the door frame, all fairly easy. I might actually just chuck in a second door with it when I get rid of it. Anyway, we'll get everything running nicely. We'll start off with this carb. It's rank as fuck, so we'll clean it out and clean the jets and see how it goes, I think. Now we've got a carburetor that should work. I've just buggered up and not connected this wire on here like it should be, so I'll do that quickly and then whip it back onto the car. Borrowed a few bits and pieces off, I think that's a ke30 carb. Anyway, almost the same, just more emissions bullshit. So we'll quickly attach that wire, throw it back in the car and see what happens. So I got that carb back on. I've purposely left the fuel feed line disconnected before and after the pump at the moment. There is a lot of nasty shit in that fuel tank. So I've kept the fuel tank out of the blue Corolla. Hopefully don't have to switch it over. I will try flushing the one that's in there. But I'm just going to fill the bowl of the carb up through the vents now and give this engine a hit. Check the oil. It's nice and clean oil in it still, so I'm going to warm it up and then change it out. Just because there's a bit of sludgy type shit in the top here, and try and get some of that to break up. Still got the choke disconnected, shouldn't need it. Radiator still had some coolant in it, so I've just topped it off. Feeling pretty confident about it, so anyway, I'll get a battery in there and fill that bowl up and see what happens. Can't get the driver's door open either, that's becoming a bit of a pain in the ass. Alright, well, I've got a battery in there, got some fuel in the car, I don't know if it'll crank or not. Oh, might have to hop in. Alright. Runs nice. No gauges. Something else to fix. Little Jesus things. Nah, stalled it. Alright, I'll go and hook up a proper fuel source, I think. I might connect the choke just quickly so I can hold a little bit of a high idle just so I can get out and have a look under the bonnet. Just found one major issue, the friggin' hard line from the fuel pump to the tank is completely chock-a-block choked with stale fuel. So I've got to try and either clear that or swap on one off another two-door one which I have got laying around. It's running a little bit rough, but I suppose you expect that. Nice quiet little engine though. Anyway, alright, I'll try and get this thing to order. Alright. When I started up, the shit that was in the pump blew through and went everywhere. This is sort of to be expected, but I'll just move this electric fuel pump out of the way. It's not connected at the moment. Just using that old Billy as fuel